Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to Physics Online class. In today's session, we are going to discuss about Model Paper 2. In this model paper, represent Part A and Part B and Section 1. Part A, Section 1 having 6 questions. You can write any 3 questions. Each question carries 2 marks. 3 twos are 6 marks. Now let us see the section 1. First question. Plus 50 centimeters focal length biconvex lens is recommended to correct the defect of vision of a man. Find the power of the lens. Then what is the question? Plus 50 centimeters focal length of the biconvex lens. That is the man defect of vision. Find the power of the lens. We know that power of the lens means the degree of convergence or divergence of a light rays that is achieved by the lens is expressed in terms of its power. Another definition, the reciprocal of focal length is called power of lens. Here power of the lens P equal 1 by F in meters, or power of the lens P equal 100 by focal length in centimeters. Then the unit of power of the lens is diopter. It is denoted by the letter capital D. Then what is our question? Plus 50 centimeters of the focal length. Then P equal 100 by F. That equal to P equal 100 by 50. That equal to 100. Cancel out after 2 diopters. Power of the biconvex lens is 2 diopters. Our next question. What happens if iron particles are exposed to moisture air? Write the chemical equation to represent that reaction. Then this is the lesson of principles of metallurgy. Rusting takes place on iron particles when they are exposed to moisture air. For example, here 2 ferrous plus oxygen plus hydrogen gives rise to ferrous plus 2H2O. The chemical reaction of the rusting of iron particles are 2 ferrous plus oxygen plus hydrogen gives rise to ferrous plus ions plus 2 water molecules. And next question, why the second ionization energy is more than the first ionization energy for any element? What is the lesson name? Here lesson name is the classification of elements in a periodic table. Why the second ionization energy is more than the first ionization energy for any element? Then what is the meaning of ionization energy? Which are losing the electrons, that is called the ionization energy, or the energy required to remove an electron from the outermost orbit or shell of a neutral gaseous atom is called ionization energy. The energy required to remove the first electron from the outermost orbit or shell of a neutral gaseous of atom is called the first ionization energy. The energy required to remove an electron from unipositive ion of the element is called the second ionization energy. Then what is the question here? Why the second ionization energy is more than the first ionization energy for any element? After removing one electron from an atom, it becomes ion. For example, sodium. Then electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. Then here outermost shell having 8 electrons removed by the 1 electron. That time that is the sodium plus ion, which are losing electron, that is called the cation. The attraction between nucleus and electron in outermost orbital is more and atomic radius is also decreases. Then so more energy is required to remove another electron from that ion. Second ionization energy is more than the first ionization energy. The next question, Balance the following chemical equation. Aluminium plus ferrous oxide gives rise aluminium oxide plus ferrous. We know that is direct question only there. 2Al plus Fe2O3 gives rise Al2O3 plus 2 ferrous. Then fifth question, what are the essential conditions that iron articles get rust? We know that is our common day-to-day activities. The essential condition that iron articles get rust is presence of water and air both. Sixth question, three resistors A, B and C are connected as shown in the figure. Each of them dissipates energy to maximum of 18 watts. Find the maximum current that can flow through the three resistors. Here, see that diagram. Two resistors are connected, parallel connection. Positive terms or negative terms are separated, and one is the series connection, alternative connection, positive negative, positive negative. Then we can take the resultant resistance in the circuit, R plus 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Then here 2 ohm plus 1 by 2 ohm plus 1 by 2 ohm. After calculation, 2 plus 1 that equal to 3 ohms. Then we can find out the power of the electric current. P equal to I square R. Here I means current, R means resistance. Then we want the I equal root of P by R. That equal to P value. We know that power of the maximum current 18 watts by resistance value 3 ohms. After calculation, the current equal to root 6 amperes. Root 6 amperes. Here parallel connection and series connection there. Now section 2, having 4 questions. You can write any 2 questions. Each question carries 4 marks. 7th question, observe the table and answer the following questions. In the table, high reactivity metals, moderate reactivity metals, low reactivity metals. High reactivity metals, we know that potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium and aluminium. Moderate reactivity metals are zinc, ferrous, lead, copper. Low reactivity metals, gold and silver. First question, which of the above metals found even in free state in nature? Listen here, high reactivity metal means the metals like potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium and aluminium are so reactive that they are never found in nature in free state. That is called the high reactivity metals. The metals like zinc, ferrous, lead and copper are moderate reactive. They are found in the earth crust mainly as oxides, sulfides and carbonates. Metals like aurum, argentinum are least reactive and they are found even in free state in nature. What is our question? Which of the above metals found even in free state in nature? The answer is Ag and Au. Which of the above metals ore are concentrated by using magnetic separation? That means moderate reactivity metals. Here moderate reactivity metals means they are found in earth crust mainly as oxides, sulfides and carbonates. Here magnetic separation also we can find out that oxides and sulfides. Are basically we using magnetic separation in ferrous. Next question, draw the experimental setup to verify that voltage by current is constant for a conductor. What is this diagram? That means that is the voltage by current, that is the Ohm's law. That is the Ohm's law diagram. Draw the neat diagram and label the parts. Ninth question, how do the resistors 6 ohm, 10 ohm to be connected in a circuit to get minimum resistance? Find the resultant resistance of the circuit. Listen here, resistors 6 ohms, 10 ohms should be connected in parallel connection in the circuit to get the minimum resistance. We connected the any resistors in series that having get maximum resistance. Resultant resistance R equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2, that equal to answer is 3.75 ohms. Next question, write 2 uses of fiber optics in daily life. In the previous paper also we are discussed same question. Write 2 uses of fiber optics in daily life. First one, transmission of communication signals. The important applications of fiber optics is to transmit communication signals through light pipe. For example, about 2000 telephone signals transmitted through a typical optical fiber. Second one, endoscope. The doctor inserts an optical fiber pipe into the stomach of the patient through the mouth and view the images of inner parts like intestines on the computer screen. That is the use of fiber optics. Next, section 3. Answer any two of the following questions. Write the answer 8 to 12 sentences. Each question carries 8 marks. The radius of curvature of a concave mirror is 6 centimeters. Draw the ray diagrams for an object placed on the principal axis at 8 centimeters and 4 centimeters distance from the pole of the mirror. We know that ray diagrams, this is the radius of curvature of the concave mirror is 6 centimeter. That means R given value. R equal to 6 centimeters. Then we know that focal length F equal to 6 by 2. That equal to 3 centimeters. Then next one is the principal axis at 8 centimeters and 4 centimeters. Then here we can take the object beyond the center of curvature. Then we can find the image, find out that focus and center of curvature in between. Object is placed on principal axis at 8 centimeter. That means beyond the center of curvature. Then second one, object is placed on the principal axis at 4 centimeters. From the pole of the concave mirror between focus and center of curvature, we can find out the image beyond the center of curvature. Then, what are the characteristics of the image? Image is inverted, and real image. Then both cases. In the first case, we can take the object beyond the center of curvature. We can find out the image, focus and center of curvature in between. That is diminished. And second case, we can find out the object, focus and center of curvature in between. That image formed beyond the center of curvature, that is magnified or enlarged image. Next question, person A maximum focal length of eye is less than 2.5 centimeters. Person B cannot see nearer object clearly. Person C minimum focal length of eye lens is greater than 2.27 centimeters. Person D lost the ability of accommodation of eye. Person E, the limits of the focal length of eye lenses are from 2.5 centimeters minus 2.27 centimeters. Then what is the first question? What is the defect of vision in D suffering from? Why does it happen? Then first question answer is the vision defect of person D is presbyopia. Then why? Because presbyopia happens due to gradual weakening of ciliary muscles and diminishing flexibility of the eye lens. This effect can be seen in the aged people. Second question, whose defect of vision can be corrected by using biconcave lens? using biconcave lens defect is person A defect of vision can be corrected by using biconcave lens. That means that person suffering from the myopia. You can see only nearer object, not there any far objects. Then third question, who is suffering with similar defect of vision as of capital B? Then here person C also suffering with similar defect of vision of B. That means that is the hypermetropia. That defect is the hypermetropia. Correction we using the biconvex lens. Who among the above do not have any defect of vision? Then person E has no defect of vision. Person E has no defect of vision. Next question. List out the material required for the experiment, the effect of increasing of cross-section of conductor upon its resistance, and write the experimental procedure. What is this lesson name? Electric current. Electric current depends upon the taking material also, that is the conductor. We using in between one of the conductor, that is that depends upon the metal, then that is direct question, and that lesson is the electric current. Next question, how does Ohm's rule helps in writing electronic configuration of an atom? Explain with a suitable example. We know that this is the sixth lesson, structure of atom. Ohm's rule means, according to this rule, electron pairing on orbital starts only when all available empty orbitals of the same energy are single occupied. This Ohm's rule helps in writing of electronic configuration of element. Here, the electronic configuration of carbon C atom, atomic number is 6, is atomic configuration or electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. The first electrons go into the first 1s and 2s orbitals. The next 2 electrons go into the second 2p orbitals with both electrons having the same spin, that is the plus of and plus of. Then here we using the some examples of the Ohm's rule. Then the electronic configuration of the carbon atom 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Then first shell having 1s, 2s orbitals. The next 2 electrons go into separate 2p orbitals with both electrons having the same spin, that is the plus of and plus of. Another example, the electronic configuration of oxygen 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. The first 4 electrons go into 1s, 2s orbitals. The next 4 electrons go into 2p orbitals as 2 in 2px, 1 in 2py and 1 in 2pz orbitals. Now we can see the electronic configuration 1s, 2s, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. Here pairing of electrons in 2px starts after filling of electrons in each 2px, 2py, 2pz and orbitals. But electrons do not occupy both pairs. I hope all are understand today's question paper. Then read and write properly in this question paper. Next class we will discuss another question paper. Thank you and God bless you all.